every follower that you have has a credit card in their back pocket, and they're not spending any money with your music business. But guess what? You're constantly giving them music to listen to, you're constantly giving them videos, and you're constantly giving them posts. So you're basically an entertainment whore who does EPs, albums, singles, and content for your fans for free, but you don't sell them anything, so you don't make any money. I'm out here in Calabasas doing a walk. I try to walk between 1 to 3 miles a day. I figured, let me cut on the camera and I'll record. I had an artist that hit me up and they said, yo, KE, like in 2025, what's 1, 2, or 3 things that you feel that I should be doing to really just, you know, get my music career popping? And I was like, you know what? I need to shoot a video on this. And so I decided, you know, fuck it, let me cut this camera on and let me just talk to artists right now, because if you're an artist watching this, this is probably something that, you know, you're thinking about, like, yo, how do I take my career to the next level? You know, how do I grow my fan base? How do I get more plays on my music? So here's the thing. There's 3 big things that you should be focusing on in 2025 when it comes to really turning your music into a 7-figure business, when it comes to like really going viral, really making an impact and making a high income, right? The 2 P's, profitable, building a profitable and building a platinum music career. So it really comes down to 3 things. Now, here's the first thing, and a lot of people sleep on this. You need to create your LLC. You know, you need to learn how to sign yourself and give yourself a 6-figure deal. Now, what does that mean? You wanna go legal and incorporate yourself. You know, start your own record company. It could be whatever. Like, I think Chris Brown's record company is called like Chris Brown Records or something like that, right? But the point is, the reason why you want to do this is because once you learn how to create your own record company, and by the way, it only takes, I think, like less than $150 to do. Like, there's just certain websites you could Google, you could just do it online. It takes 20 minutes. But once you create your LLC, and then there's some other stuff that you need to do, like once you get your LLC, you're gonna get your EIN, but once you actually do all this stuff, which only takes 20 to 30 minutes, you can now open up a business account. You can now qualify for certain credit cards and qualify for certain loans. So that's the importance of actually doing that, right? So every recording artist, you should have an LLC and you should have signed yourself, because giving yourself a 6-figure deal is not that hard. You know, you build your business credit, and building your business credit, that's easier than building your personal credit, right? So there's websites like LegalZoom.com, right, where you could just go and get your LLC. It takes about 90 to 120 days to build your business credit. But once you build it up, which is easy, you can now give yourself a $50K loan. You can now, there are different banks that'll give you $20K, you know, $30K, $50K, $100K. I have so many of one of my students, he just got approved last week for $90,000, literally $90,000. And he only had his LLC for 3 months. Think about that. So this is important because most artists, if you're watching this, you probably work like a bullshit 9 to 5, just like me when I was flipping burgers at McDonald's, right? So you probably work a bullshit job and you're doing music on the side, but you want to make your music your main income focus. Fine. But the first thing you need to do, remember, this is the big 3. The first thing you need to do is create your LLC. And then once you do that, then you have to learn how to build the business credit. And that takes 90 to 120 days. After that, think about this. Imagine how far you would be in life if all of your bills was paid for a year. This is what I teach my students. Once I help them get funded, once I help them build their record company and I help them get funded, then you pay off all your bills for a whole year. Imagine how far you would be once you could really just lock in and laser focus. So That's the first thing out of the big three. The three things that every artist needs to have in 2025. So the second thing, because the first thing is building your record label and signing yourself, funding yourself for 6 figures. The second thing that most artists need to learn is how to drive traffic, right? That could be, traffic to your funnel, traffic to your website, traffic to your music. But you got to learn how to drive traffic. There's only 2 ways to drive traffic. Number 1 is organic. Usually that's through social media. The second way is through paid traffic. Usually that's going to be shout out pages or some type of ad platform like Facebook ads, popular, YouTube ads, TikTok ads. I love YouTube ads, by the way. But you have to learn how to drive traffic. And like, for instance, if you drop an EP or album or a single, recording the song and then uploading it through DistroKid or United Masters or CD Baby or TuneCore, there's like a million of them. All of them do the same thing. People ask me like, yo, which platform should I distribute my music through? United Masters? I'm like, they're all the same. They're all just putting your music on all the top DSPs. But that's not promotion. When I ask artists, yo, how do you promote your music? You know what most artists tell me? Oh, I upload it through DistroKid so it could go on all the platforms. I'm like, that's not promotion. That's uploading. How do you drive traffic to the song once it's uploaded? That's called marketing. That's called promotion. And most artists, they don't get that part, right? You have to learn how to drive traffic. So let me just kind of give you some tips. I would say when it comes to more organic marketing, let's start there. I'm gonna start with organic marketing and then I'll get into paid marketing. So when it comes to organic marketing, the best way for artists to drive traffic is you need to post at least, I'd say 3 to 5 times a week. You have to post. I always tell my students, if you don't post, you go ghost. Because this isn't the year 2000 anymore where you could just be talented and you could hide behind your talent. You could no longer hide behind your talent anymore, meaning you may have great records, but if a trash artist does these 3 things I'm telling you to do, they're going to beat you. You're going to lose. Think about this. If all you needed was talent to make it in the music industry, then explain how 90% of everything out right now, it sounds like shit, yet the artists are platinum and they're millionaires. So that tells you that in order to make it in music, it takes more than music, right? So you have to learn how to drive traffic. When it comes to organic marketing, you have to learn how to post on your social media. That could be Instagram, usually Instagram and TikTok, but you got to know how to post, what to post, and when to post. And most artists, real artists that really make great music, they hate posting, but you got to show your face. This is, this is an attention economy right now. The music game is based on the person who can show their face and get the most attention, because music is the second thing that people care about. The first thing that people care about is who you are as an artist. Who you are matters more than what you do. You see, what you do is you make great records. What you do is you make hits, but your fans care more about who you are than what you do. So think about this. There's so many artists that are out right now, and you know their name, yet you can't identify what record they've recorded. Think about that. They're some of the biggest artists in the world. You have no idea what record they recorded, right? You have no idea like what song they're responsible for, like how they got so big, right? But you know who they are. That's great branding. That's great marketing, because the fans, the people that's gonna be, listening to your music, showing up at your shows, they're bought nowadays, they're bought into who the artist is. This only happens when you market yourself by promoting. People want to hear your voice. They want to see your face. This is how you build a real following. This is how you build your brand, right? So now we're kind of getting into personal branding. But think about this. The biggest artists out right now in the world, they have big personal brands, right? Cardi B blew up first and then her music took off, right? Tekashi 6ix9ine, even though nobody likes him, his brand, like he took off first and then the music followed. The goal is to build a following so that way when you drop anything, when you drop merch, when you drop music, when you drop tickets to your shows, people are going to flood to you because they feel like they know you. Like, think of some of the artists that fell off right now. Some of the biggest artists fell off because the fan base didn't feel like they knew who they was, right? There are artists I can name right now. Some of them I've even produced for. They giving you 1, 2, 3, or 4 hits that hit the Billboard charts, and then they fell off. You know why? Because there was no loyal fan base, right? When you're not posting, when you're not promoting yourself, when you're not showing your face, when people don't know how your talking voice sounds. This is all part of marketing and branding yourself. So if you don't post, you go ghost. So you have to learn how to drive traffic to yourself. That way you can start building a brand and building a real loyal fan base. So organically, you want to start posting, or you could do paid ads like YouTube ads. A lot of people know me from just seeing my ads on Instagram or Facebook or YouTube. But we're in an attention economy. The artist who learns how to get the most attention is the artist who's going to win, not the artist who makes the best music. So let me give you a tip. Think about what genre of music that you do. Think about it. Like, you may do trap music, R&B, hip hop. Like, think about the genre of music that you do. Now that you've identified the genre of music that you do, that's the target that you run an ad to. Think about this. If you're a melodic trap rapper, then what you should do is you should learn how to run your music video as an ad to Future's YouTube page or to Playboi Carti's YouTube page. So that means that anybody who goes and listens to Future's music or listens to Playboi Carti's music, they have to go and hear your music first because it popped up as an ad. So now you put your music video in front of their music. So now you're doing what I call virtual hijacking fans. You're taking a platinum artist, you're identifying a platinum artist that your music sounds similar to, and then you're running an ad to their name or to their YouTube page. That way, whenever their fans go and hear their music, they are now going to convert to being your fans. And usually 20 to 30% of them convert, right? So let me say that again. Like, if I'm an R&B artist, then I would run my music as an ad to Summer Walker's YouTube page. That way, any of her fans that goes and hears her R&B music, they will have to go through your R&B music first. Your R&B music pops up as a music video, and you know how that works. You got 5 seconds before they skip the ad, but now you're taking and stealing her fans and making them your fans. You see how powerful that strategy is? So no matter if it's paid marketing or no matter if it's organic, that's the second key. You have to learn how to drive traffic. So the big 3 recap. The first thing that you want to learn how to do is sign yourself by creating your own record label and giving yourself a 6-figure deal. The second thing that you want to learn how to do is drive traffic. No matter if that's paid traffic, no matter if it's organic, but learn how to drive traffic so you could build a personal brand. The third thing in 2025 that every single artist needs to learn how to do that they never do is you have to convert your fans into customers. Turn your followers and fans into customers. Now you might say, KE, what do you mean? I say this: music doesn't make you money. Like, I know you've been taught like, yo, I want to get rich with my music. I'm going to get rich with my music. Listen, I am a Grammy nominated platinum artist who worked with the biggest artists in the world. Chris Brown, Rihanna, Jay-Z, and more. I'm still friends with a lot of these people, right? They come to me for consultation. I still produce for them. I'm here to tell you this: artists don't make money from music. They make money by selling merch to the people who like their music. They don't make money from music. Back in the day, you could, because you could sell a CD for $15, right? And you could make a $13 profit. You could sell a tape or a record for $15. You could make a $13 profit. But music now is digital, right? So there's no more money in music. The money comes from selling products to people who like your music, right? Turning the people who like your music into paying customers. That's how you build a 6 or 7-figure business from your music. Selling merch is the #1 way that you're going to make money from your fans. And the second way is selling tickets to shows. But the reason why selling tickets to your shows is not number one, because anytime you make money from shows, you have to use your arms and legs to perform. But if you set up your merch the right way, automatically, you're going to be making money every minute, every second, every 5 or 10 minutes, because you could set up your merch store in a way where you're running paid ads. Remember, we talked about paid ads. You could run paid ads and find those fans who like your music, who like your genre of music, and then funnel them over to your store where you're selling t-shirts. You see how all of it ties in? You make music, you do posts, you drive traffic to find more fans, and then you funnel them over to selling merch or selling tickets to your shows. If you do these three things, congratulations. You have a 6-figure music business. You have a 7-figure music business. Because think about this. If you get 200 streams right now, if 200 people press play on your music, you will get 200 streams. 200 streams pays you 68 cents. But if you had 200 people pay you $97, you just made $19,700. So what do you want? The 68 cents or the $19,700? Number 3 is the biggest. It should have been number 1. You have to learn how to sell products to your fans to make music. Drake is not rich because of raps. He's rich because he sells OVO clothing to the people who like his raps. There's no way in the world I could pull out my credit card and buy a Drake album for $15. Drake doesn't sell music. He sells OVO clothing to people who like his music. Future is rich because he sells Lavin clothing to his fans. He doesn't sell music. Rihanna's worth $4 billion because she sells Fenty to her fans. She doesn't sell music. Do you get it? Chris Brown sells Black Pyramid clothing to his fans. He doesn't sell music. The money is not in the music. The money is in selling merch to people who like your music. Kevin Gates sells coffee beans to his fans. Janae Aiko does healing meditations and around the world seminars, and her fans show up to that. Do you want me to keep going? Taylor Swift just hit $1 billion off of selling merch. We could keep going in any genre. I could tell you from rap, Latina, gospel, hip hop. It doesn't matter what type of artist you are watching this. You are not going to get rich from your music because you are too late. It is the year 2025. You're going to make money by selling merch to your fans. That's the number one way of making money from your music, right? Because you have to convert your fans into customers. If you're watching this right now, ask yourself, how many followers do you have on Instagram? Every follower that you have has a credit card in their back pocket, and they're not spending any money with your music business. But guess what? You're constantly giving them music to listen to, you're constantly giving them videos, and you're constantly giving them posts. So you're basically an entertainment whore who does EPs, albums, singles, and content for your fans for free, but you don't sell them anything, so you don't make any money. And that's what's wrong with most artists. They just work for free for their fans. They're constantly always creating a new EP, a new album, a new single. They give it to their fans. The fans press play. They get fucked over. Then they go back to work, and they keep repeating the cycle over and over until they get too old for the game. That's music. That's not business. What is business? Business is selling a product or service to another human who has a credit card. That's what business is. So how can you say that you want to make it in the music business when you're not doing any business? You're just making music. The average artist at least has 500 followers on Instagram or TikTok or Facebook. So that means that you have 500 credit cards that follow you. If 100 of them pay you $97 for a piece of merch, you would make $9,700 just off of 100 of your followers. Most artists have at least 10,000 followers, aka credit cards that follow them. Every human that follows you has a credit card in their back pocket. If you're not selling them anything, then you're not doing business. You're just doing music. So don't cry and say, oh man, I can't make it in the music business. And then when I look at your Instagram page, you're never selling anything. Why is it that DJ Khaled is always selling t-shirts and shoes on his Instagram, but you're not? Why is Rihanna always selling Fenty products on her Instagram, but you're not? Why is Chris Brown and every other artist promoting all of their products on their Instagram pages and turning their fans into customers, but you're not? Do not cry about not making it in the music business when you don't do business. You just keep doing music. I have a free live event coming up. It's called a Music Marketing Masterclass, and it's 100% free. And if you're having trouble with these three things, learning how to start your LLC, right? Sign yourself and give yourself a 6-figure deal. If you're having trouble with marketing and really promote your music to get it seen and heard worldwide, if you're having problems with not knowing, like, where do I find my merch? How do I build a merch store? How do I build a store to sell to my fans? How do I put all this together, right? If you want to learn how to do this, I'm going to show you for free. I'm going to give you the game for free. All you have to do is show up. So I want you to click this link below and sign up to the free Music Marketing Masterclass. I promise you it's going to be lit. It's probably going to be an hour, maybe an hour and 30 minutes, but I want you to show up with your pen and pad, because the information I'm going to be telling you, it has never been explained anywhere. It's nowhere on YouTube. You can't find this on Google. Nobody is telling you this. But think about this. I'm a platinum producer with over 40 Billboard hits and a Grammy nomination. I'm not telling you that to impress you, but to impress upon you that it's possible for you to make it. I come from a small country town called Valdosta, Georgia, where nobody ever makes it. And I was able to literally go from flipping burgers at McDonald's to becoming a platinum producer. Then I was able to sign 5 artists and help them go platinum. Then I was able to help over 14 other artists go platinum. I pretty much got myself on, and then I brought my friends up, and I'm responsible for some of the biggest artists in the game. Now, why am I telling you this? Because the information that I see on social media and YouTube is a bunch of fake music gurus who've never made it. They've never helped the artists go platinum. I never heard of them. All they did was built the following and started giving out false information that doesn't work. And you've heard this information. Try to get your music playlisted. That doesn't work. Post 4 times a day on social media. Do these challenges that make you look like a kid. All these different things are coming from false, fake music gurus who are giving you the wrong advice. So if you want the right advice, if you're watching this, click the link below, go to my free Music Marketing Masterclass, sign up. You're going to learn more about it. I promise you, this information is going to change your life.